Hi, I'm Dr. Michael House. For those who are new to the channel, I'm a holistic doctor. I've been treating people now for 2 decades, and lately I've been posting things on the internet, and one of the biggest responses I got was I posted a list of foods called mucus forming products, and I told you that causes about 80% of the diseases in the United States, and I want to explain a little bit the reason why it does that. And we're going to be doing different programs on each disease, so if you have one of the diseases, look out for the different programs. And now what happens is each organ is, when you have a disease, I compare it to like a tree. The symptoms are the branches, and then the roots are the organs. Now, when you go to a regular doctor, what they do is they treat the symptoms. And this is like pruning or cutting a tree. In other words, it gets bigger and fuller. Like someone will take, let's say they have something for a headache, and they go and take a pill for that, and next thing they're constipated. So you go back to the doctor, got to get a pill for that. Next thing you know, they got a headache. And it just goes on and on. And see, what the medicine that I've been taught is that, let's take the liver for instance. The liver has like 1,000 different diseases and like 10,000 different symptoms. And so what we do is we look at your tongue, and your tongue is like a fingerprint. And like no one has your tongue, and your tongue will change as you go through life. Now, the tip of your tongue is your heart. Right behind there is your lungs. The sides are liver, gallbladder. The middle is spleen and stomach. And the back is your urinary bladder and your kidneys. Now you can have different coats on your tongue. You could have white, you could have brown, you could have a thin coat, a thick coat. There's different cracks in different areas. You could have a swollen tongue where you'll see you have teeth marks in the sides of your tongue. You could have a long tongue. So there's just a lot of different things we can see on your tongue. And actually, after by me looking at your tongue, I'll know more about your health than you know about yourself. And so after we look at your tongue, then what we do is we ask you the symptoms you're taking, and then we find out what the root problem is, and we go after the root. Now, each organ has its own different emotions. And so we'll go over that a different time. So we can even tell if people are depressed, for instance, that's the liver. And so, you know, you'll hear people say, well, I've tried every depression drug out there and it doesn't work. And it's because the root is the liver, for instance. Now, the liver is also in charge of blood and moving blood. So it's a big thing for the women when they have their menstruation. And it's usually the liver that's causing different menstruation. Now, the lung is for your immune system, okay? And they compare your immune system to like the Great Wall of China. They built that to keep the evil people out. Now, when your lungs are strong, you should never get any diseases, and you should have no allergies, food or environmental. Now, what the lung likes is cardiovascular exercise and water. What it hates is fire and smoke. I'm all about medical marijuana, but you cannot tell me smoking is good for you, okay? Mucus, so mucus forming foods, and other things like irritants like dander, dust, pollen is what hurts the lungs. And so typically when people have issues, like for instance during COVID, you would always hear that the people dying would have lung issues before they ended up passing away. And so mucus is a huge aspect of your lungs. For instance, when I was young, I had asthma. I had allergic to cats, dogs, horses. I get hay fever every year. And my parents took me to Johns Hopkins University Hospital because I was living in Maryland at the time. And after 2 hours of all these different tests, all they could do is give me this little inhaler. And I was supposed to take that to help me with my asthma. Now, at this time in my life, I was drinking about a gallon of milk every week. I was having cereal with milk. I was having yogurt in the morning. During the day, I would have things like bananas and cheese on my sandwiches with mayo. And then at night, I'd have ice cream. Well, if this creates mucus in my lungs, Wouldn't you think they would have told me to stay away from that? Well, they didn't. And then when I went to the medical school, I found out that the lungs were important, and I got off of the mucousy products, and I haven't had an asthma attack in 20 years now, and I'm not allergic to anything. And you see these days, kids are allergic to everything. So mucus is a huge problem when it comes to being healthy in general. And they always say things are genetic, and I always tell people they're not really genetic. What's happened was your grandparents didn't eat the right way, and they taught your parents how not to eat the right way, and now you don't eat the right way, and that's what's caused diseases. I've helped people with COPD, asthma, allergies. Been doing this for 20-some years, and typically the biggest problem are these mucus-forming products. This is just part of what we're going to be talking about, because I'm going to be doing lectures on different things that the mucus creates diseases in your body. So we'll probably do 10 of these things. So if you have any type of issues, look for the one that, like for instance, we're going to be doing endometriosis, we're going to be doing allergies. So if you have that, look for those. We're going to talk about COPD, asthma, we're going to talk about skin diseases, we're going to talk about things like herpes or Lyme's disease. So you want to stay tuned and look at those. But if you have any questions right now, you can leave comments in the comment section, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. If you want to set up a consult here at All Natural Healing, we always say the first consultation is absolutely free, so it doesn't cost you anything to come talk to me. You can either call the clinic at 941-953-3700, or you can go to our website at allnaturalhealingsrq.com, and there's a section there you can ask for a consultation or put any questions down, and we'll get back to you as soon as we can. And like I said, if you have certain disease you want me to go over, you'll either look out for the ones we do or send me a question, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you for your time.